News of the Joe Jackson has passed away at the age of 89, and Joe Jackson was the patriarch family of the Jacksons and Michael Jackson. This is coming from peoplemusic.com. It says Joe Jackson, the music manager and father of 11, died early Wednesday morning, according to TMZ. He was 89. The Jackson family patriarch had been battling terminal pancreatic cancer and was not doing well as of late. Grandsons Randy Jackson Jr. and Taj Jackson confirmed the news in his tweets Wednesday afternoon. Quote, "Rest in peace to RIP to the king that made everything possible. I love you, Grandpa," and Joe was loved by the entire family, and our hearts are in pain. Let us grieve. Prince Michael Jackson, grandson of Joe and son of Michael, captioned a photo on Instagram. "The man is in always will be an example of sheer willpower and dedication. He didn't choose the path that was the easiest, but he chose the path that was best for his family. You taught me to take pride in the Jackson name and what it really means. You taught me dedication in the face of adversity, and most of all, you showed me strength and fearlessness. There is and never will be someone like you. Fly free until we meet again. The Hawk." Daughter Latoya added, "I will always love you. You gave us strength. You made us one of the most famous families in the world. I am extremely appreciative of that, and I will never forget our moments together and how you told me how much you cared. R.I.P. Joe Jackson." And here also you see some other, but it says on, I'm trying to scroll down to the report. It says on June 21st, son Jermaine told the Daily Mail he's very, very frail. He doesn't have long. The family needs to be by his bedside. That's our only intention in the final days. Just days later, Jackson appeared to share an emotional tweet hinting at his worsening health struggles. "I have seen more sunsets than I have left to see." Read the caption on a photo of Jackson in his trademark hat. "Silhouette against ruined sun rays. The sun rises when the time comes, and whether you like it or not, the sun sets when the time comes." However, his granddaughter Paris claimed that the message was not in fact written by the family head. It said, "My grandfather did not tweet this." She commented, "I'm not sure if he ever used his account," according to Paris Jackson. Over the years, Jackson, who was born on July 26, 1928 in Fountain Hill, Arkansas, had a series of health problems. In November 2012, he recovered from a minor stroke at his Las Vegas home. 3 years later, daughter Janet had to put rehearsals on hold for her Unbreakable World Tour when he suffered another stroke and heart arrhythmia in Brazil on his 87th birthday. In May 2016, he was hospitalized due to a high fever, and in June 2017, he was released from the hospital after a car accident in Las Vegas. Okay, it says Joe is survived by his wife Catherine and their children Maureen, who was 68, Jackie Jackson 67, Tito 64, Jermaine 63, Latoya 62, Marlon 61, Randy 56, and Janet 52. Son Michael died from apparent cardiac arrest at age 50 on June 25th, 2009. Son Brandon died at birth in 1957. He was the twin brother of Marlon Jackson. Joe was also the father of Javon Jackson, the 43-year-old daughter of Cheryl Terrell, whom he had a 25-year-long affair. Catherine filed for divorce twice but never went through with the separation. Okay, then you can read the rest. And I'm going to read something else. And it says in 1963, Joe noticed his children's musical talents after he discovered son Tito guitar talent. Soon after, Joe served as the manager for the Jackson Brothers, a band formed by sons Jackie, Tito, Jermaine. Then in 1965, Marlon and Michael joined the group and renamed themselves the Jackson 5 in 1966. Anchored by 7-year-old Michael, the Jackson 5 found immediate success, becoming the first American group to have 4 singles, laying the top spot on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Soon later, Joe moved the entire family to Indiana to California. In 1968, Joe signed a Motown contract without reading it that gave the company ironclad control over everything recorded by the Jackson 5, a move that cost the family millions. Michael fired his father as a manager in 1983. In addition, Joe was known as a stern patriarch who was physically and emotionally abusive. In LaToya's 1991 memoir, LaToya wrote that he abused her and terrorized her brothers, often pointing guns at the kids to get their attention. During the Oprah special in 1993, Michael admitted his father had beaten him. Joe's estranged relationship with son Michael resulted in him being completely left out of the King of Pop's will after his 2009 death. Catherine continues to receive more than $1 million annually from the Michael Jackson estate. So there you have it. So Joe Jackson was, the Jackson patriarch, and a lot can be said about him, but he is responsible for the success of the Jackson 5, the success of Michael Jackson. And back in the day, parents used to discipline their child like that. It's not done rarely today, because now if you do it today, it's child abuse, because you're not allowed to, discipline your kids. But a different story. And Joe and Catherine Jackson, lived separately. Catherine lived in California, and Joe lived in Las Vegas. They never divorced. They were still married, and you can also know that he had a 25-year affair with Cheryl Terrell, and that produced a daughter who is 43. I think she was born in 1975. In 1975. So, Joe Jackson did cheat on his wife and produce a daughter. But a lot can be said about this man. But, tell me what you think about Joe Jackson. He had series of health issues, and surprised he lived this long, because he had a lot of health issues, but he continued to pour on and pour on until the age of 89. He was just about a month shy of his 90th birthday. So he lived a long life. You might not have agreed with his tactics, but you can also say he kept his family out of trouble. Say what you want about him. He abused his kids, and that might be some truth to it. But, he was responsible for the success of the Jackson 5 and Michael Jackson. Please like this video. For also more videos, please subscribe to this YouTube channel.